There. Should be good now. I think we're good. Sorry about that volume issue. So in this video, I'm gonna go over my sales of what I did the yesterday, and just gonna kind of go over exactly kind of what my admin work and stuff is. But first, I have. Yeah, we're good. First, I have a special announcement. I am now officially QuickBooks Pro certified. I am bookkeeping certified, so I am getting my website up and running. You'll be able to hire me as a bookkeeper sometime this week. As soon as I get everything going and everything and get my Calendly and stuff, you'll be able to book calls with me if you want to hire me as a bookkeeper. I will kind of go over, kind of the bookkeeping stuff that I do, but it's really what I do is QuickBooks. I can't show that because it has a lot of sensitive information on there, like my bank account numbers and stuff. But Seller Board is kind of the prerequisite before I get to that point. But yeah, let's dive in. So just got bookkeeping certified. So yeah, if you're wanting to stop dealing with all the hours that it takes to do all the bookkeeping stuff, look into my business. My business name is Jones Bookkeeping LLC. Just super simple. Haven't got it up and running yet, but I have a domain name of jonesbookkeeping.pro because we're professional around here. No. No, mainly because .com was $2,000, and I'm not about to spend $2,000 on a domain name. That's a little much, if you ask me. All right, so what we sold yesterday. As you can see, the total was $338. Payout, what we'll receive in our bank account, $252. And then once you take the COGS out, it's $123.94. And since we didn't have any expenses come out yesterday, it's $123.94 for the net profit. And this is Seller Board. If you guys don't know, there is a link in the description. I love it because it kind of lays out your sales and what you're getting paid and your profit and everything really nicely. So if you're not able to read, I'm not really able to read Amazon's back end data very well. I'm getting better at it, but it's kind of confusing, to be honest. But Seller Board just lays it all out for you. You can see yesterday, this is my sales from the month to date. This is my sales for the month. So I've made $6,962 for the month, paid out $4,242. Gross profit before all the COGS before all the expenses come out, and it's just the COGS coming out of this. It's $1,425. And then the net profit, what I profited is $486 for the month. So, not great, but at least we're in the positives compared to the month before that. My inventory is finally getting up there. I'm almost at 1,000. So it's really showing, here, and also textbook season's hitting. High school books are starting to flow a little bit. But this is what I do. Every day I'll come in here and I'll take the title of all of these that I've sold the day before. I'll open up my spreadsheet because you need a way to track your inventory. Seller Board, it does track your inventory, does a pretty good job, really. But for me, I need it to be something like this, where every time I purchase something, I upload it right here. So like this book right here, Journey to the Cross, I believe, I purchased on January 1st, 2025, and uploaded all of its information right here. And if I sold it, it'll be green right here. Or if I sold it and made some money, it'll be green right here. But if I sold it, I'll put the date sold, and it'll tell me how many days from the day that I bought it took me to sell it, the sale price, what I'm receiving from that, not the profit, but what I'm receiving. Then the fees will come out, prep center fees, MISC fees, and then this right here is what I profited on the $26 sale. So it breaks it down real nice for you. And I think that the book that I have right now copied is from 2024. And you see that I've got a spreadsheet for each year. So this year I have 2025. This year is 2024. And we'll go F. Control F just brings up a finding deal where you'll paste it in here, and it'll find the title that you're looking for here. Like this one was 1,319, way down here. Let's see, so we've sold it on 6, 29, 25. Took us 374 days to sell it, and we sold it for 27. And then we're getting a payout of $16.60. $16.60. And it did go to my prep center, I believe. Make sure, because 2024 I don't have it where it's automatically populating. 2025 I do. If it went to my prep center, I put prep center here and it'll automatically put this 225 in it. But 2024 I didn't have that quite updated yet. Take out a miscellaneous fee, and my total profit is $7.36. So, you know, not too bad. And I bought it for $5.99, so that's over 100% ROI. It's really, you know, not exciting by any means, $7, you know, but it's a profit. Now we're moving on. Looks like maybe a high school or college book right here. Bought it in 2024 again. My prep center always puts the date that they send it in, so you can see that it's went in October 3rd, 2024. So that's how I always know when I bought it. So I'll come in here on the 2024 spreadsheet, pop in the title. Sold it on 6/29/25. What did I sell it for? 154.73. 154.73. Pops up there. And then we got 121.62 is the payout. 21.62 is the payout. So we profited $49 on that one off of a $69 purchase. That's a little more exciting. Like $49, that moves the needle a little bit, you know. It's not 100% ROI, only 70%. I'm completely fine with that. That right there, spending $69 to make $49 all day long. Even if it's not 100% ROI, you know, that's whenever it's like, whenever people ask, you know, well, what ROI is your criteria? You know, it's like, well, I don't really have an ROI criteria. Like yes, I want 50% or higher. That I guess is my criteria. But I'll go lower. You know, if I buy a book for $100, but it, you know, and I make, you know, $30 on it, but it's like, I guess that would be 30% ROI, you know, and spend $100, make 30, that's still an amazing return. Hopefully my math is right. If it's not, you know, let me know in the comments. But, you know, what I'm trying to say is I'll go lower than 50%, even though that's my criteria. That's where I'd like to get 50% ROI. But if I don't, you know, and I still make 20, 30 bucks, I'm completely fine with that. But dang, look at this one. Bought it for $18.43, sold it for $69, and we profited $33.55, 182% ROI. That's a flip. Took a while to sell though. I bought it probably January 2024, and it's June 2025. You know, it took a long time to sell that one, but that one was worth holding on to. So I go through my old inventory, and I will, you know, take out or drop the price on a whole bunch that, you know, if it just doesn't look like it's gonna sell. You know, competing with a whole bunch of people, you know, there's no real end in sight. I will drop the price. You know, I'm not trying to hold on to a book forever and it never sells, you know. But that book, I'll bet you, I don't know because I haven't looked into it yet, but I'll bet you that it's probably a book that just hardly ever sells. but I'm in the buy box at that price, or I'm the only one on the listing, or or something's put me in position to take advantage of a higher price, and it may take a while to sell, but that's fine. If I get, what did I make on there? $33 off of an $18 purchase. I'll wait a year or so. Like, that's fine with me. With books, it's a long game sometimes. Like, you're purchasing high school books in January, well, not January, February, March, April time, and then you're sitting on it for a few months, sometimes even half a year. It's not a quick turnaround. None of this is get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to wait it out for a while, and as long as you're willing to do that, you'll make it in this game. But you got to be willing to wait a little bit at least. The Complete Guide to Crystal Astrology. So this one isn't popping up. The Complete Guide to... Let's look more into it. May 2nd is when we were supposed to have bought this. I may not have put it on my spreadsheet. That's always annoying. Because if I put it in here and it's not coming up with the title that Amazon has, most of the time something's up. Probably I didn't put it on here or something. And back in May 2024, which is over a year ago, I didn't put it on my spreadsheet when I purchased it. And it's the Complete Guide. Wait. The Complete Capital Small Group. No. Yep, nope. Looks like I forgot to do this one. So what we're going to do is I just come in here, insert the row above. And here's what's really nice about SellerAmp. Is another link in the description. SellerAmp is a tool that I would not be able to run this business without. Number one, the last time I bought it, you can see the price right here is $19.88. It saves the price from the last time you came in and entered it. It does get a little screwy if you've purchased it a few times, or if you've tried to buy it a few times and put in different prices, but you can see that back in May 2nd, where's May 2nd here? That's March, October, oh, that's in 2023, right here. Boom. You can see that the price dropped down here at $19.97, and we bought it at $19.88. So it probably dropped down a little bit lower than $19.97. That's just the buy box price. Oh yeah, it did. Because look, we're getting a little closer here. Look, that $15.97, that's when I bought it. And this sales rank drop is probably me buying it at that $15.97 price. So you can see that more than likely I bought it at that $19.88. I can view order and see it specifically, but it has my address on there. So I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh shoot, I forgot to fill this all out. Got too busy talking. See, we sold it for 37, and then 23.78 is the payout. 78. There we go. $6.70 off of $13.83. I've sold this a few times. I've sold it for more before, but not bad, not good either. Anyways, now, back to SellerAmp. What's nice about it is it kind of keeps me organized. So right here is my favorite part of all of SellerAmp is Google Sheets. Because I come in here, I click this prep center. Well, actually it's 2024, so I don't care. So 2024 is I haven't got it completely updated because I did add a SKU column because I had some issues with sorting and finding things. So I wanted to add a SKU. So in 2025, when you come in here, every time my prep center ships in a book, I throw in the SKU that they used and throw it in right there. So that way I can find exactly which book it is in my inventory. Just makes it a little bit more streamlined for me. 2024, I did put the column in, but I did not go through the trouble of putting in all the SKUs because that was going to take a long time. So I just started fresh in 2025 and just went on with it. Now, whenever I do this, what is nice about Southern Amp is you click this, you click, not Prep Center, but you click this right here, the Google Sheets 2024, and it'll auto-populate right here. So now I have all the information, but see, since the SKU isn't there, it's kind of shifted over. So what I have to do for every time I have to do a 2024, which is very rare. Most of them I've already, got it, in line and stuff. But it auto-populates everything. You get the URL, the product name, the ASIN, and the price you bought it for. My 2025 will update the quantity in, and then all you have to do is come in here and take this part for when you sell it, paste it in there, and now you're good to go. Oh, and the date, because obviously it's not auto-populating the correct date because today is 6/30/2025 and I bought this specific copy on 5/02/24. So, and then I'll just say that it checked in on that date just to complete it. So now we're good. Now we come back here. We sold for $50.64. Whoops. But let's go $50.64 before I forget it. We'll throw in the 6/29/25. So it took us 423 days to sell this. How much was our payout? It was $37.38. 37.38. So we made $16.50 on it. That's really not bad. We spent $19.88. It took a while to sell. This is not one that I would probably go for again, especially at the $19.88 price. But you know that you can sell it. A little over a year. In a little over a year. You drop the price, you probably sell a little faster. Let's see here what's going on last year. Yeah, see, it's barely selling. You could make money on this book, but it's not something I'm tracking. You know what I'm saying? I want to track only the books that are, the premium books, the ones that whenever I get a notification from Keepa, which you will get a lot, eventually you want to be able to go boom. All right, let's go. But not with these. Not really that one. I'm probably not gonna track that one. But I do want to look at this one. This one we profited $50-some on it, off of a $69 buy cost, and it's selling still at $149. Most likely a high school or maybe a college textbook, because it's that time of year now. Let's see. Definitely picks up in September, pops up. So, oops. Yeah, I picked it up right here, and it does not go down very often. So yeah, this is definitely a book I would track. Not like a super strong textbook, because it definitely comes in and out of popularity, looks like. But still a book I would pick up at that $69 price again. We'll track it at 70. So we'll come in here to the Keepa tracker. Put it at 70 here. Come down here. And now this includes shipping costs. That way I'm not getting alerts for anything over 70. Like it could be $68, but plus $3 of shipping. I won't get alerted for that. But if it's, $65 plus $3 shipping, then I will get alerted for that. Okay. Do we want to look at any others? This one isn't bad, just took a while to sell. I bet you it's just a real slow seller, and that's not really, okay, what happens in the brain? It's not really something I want to track per se if it's a slow seller, but man, look, the next lowest price right now is $88. That's crazy. Let's see, getting sold at 56. Yeah, really only sold 3 times, because 2 times there and then it's not showing, but it's sold for me right here. Might eventually show, but it's not right now. And then if we look back at the historical, it stays up there though. We might track this, but just because the price always is up there in that 60s range. What we buy it for? We bought it for $18.43. Let's track it at 19. I know this is not really an amazing book, but I'll hold it in inventory until it sells for a while. Because I mean, look at that. The offer count's super low right now. There's only, well, the new offer count is pretty high, but the new offer count is all the way up there in the 80s, and we sold it. What did we sell it for? Sold it for 69. So you know, someone's gonna want. No, I'm not gonna track that. That's not good enough. It'll just take too long. I probably got lucky that there was somebody looking for a $10 bargain, you know, on that one. And then that's it. So my cogs are already updated on Sellerboard because every time I get a shipment, I update the products. I'll go in there and then I'll put in all the cogs, so I never really have to update those on the spot, at least. It does take a while to do that, but that is what I do for that. I did have someone ask me about my expenses. I did reply to the comment in my last what sold video, but I will go over it now. So in Sellerboard, you put in all your expenses right here, indirect expenses. My expenses are kind of high. I'm not gonna lie to you. For this month, we're at the last day of June. I've had $938.98 of expenses, and that's high, guys. That's really high. There's a few reasons for that. I'll go over it though. This first line here is Colorado Secretary of State. I changed my LLC's address, which now I'm finding out that I need to just dissolve my LLC and start a new one in Oklahoma. It's a whole deal. But anyways, so I had to spend $10 on changing the address. And then next, the main reason why my expenses are so high this month, is because my Central Virginia prep has pretty much sent out a shipment every week. That's kind of unusual for me. It's been every 2 weeks usually for me for a while. And this week this month it's been every week. They're probably going to be sending one out today, I bet. But I'll get charged for that next month. But all in all, I've gotten charged three times. I got charged 3 times for Central Virginia Prep, a 141, 117, and then 123. You know, that's money well spent though. You know, I don't have to spend that time to package up everything. Makes things so much more streamlined and everything. I do pay $20 for ChatGPT. That's because it pretty much built my whole spreadsheet. For like the still in stock, it'll help me populate my valuation of remaining stock right here. It helped me. I pretty much just plugged this whole spreadsheet into ChatGPT and told it, hey, I want this cell to do this, I want this cell to do that, you know, and then it populated my cell formulas. Because I'm not like a whiz at the spreadsheet thing, but if I can hire it out for $20 a month, you know, I'll do that. But now my spreadsheet's on point and everything, so you know, I might actually take this expense down. We'll see. GoToLister, I had to ship out one shipment because I dissolved my eBay store when I was moving. So I dissolved it, or I changed all my eBay stuff to Amazon stuff, and so I had to purchase GoToLister for a month in order to get that shipment together. So I did that. Won't have that again, so that expense will go away. And I didn't have that expense up here in months previous. GoToLister is just kind of whenever I need it type of thing, not a monthly expense for me. Next Insurance is a monthly expense, so it's every month I have this expense, unfortunately. Even though I'm still not hitting 10K. I only hit 10K once this year so far, and I only hit 10K twice the year before that or something. sucks, but if you ever hit 10K, Amazon's going to require you to have business insurance. So here I am. Bookmine, this is my teaching software. You know, whenever I can make it, haven't made it in the last while, but whenever I can make it, you know, I'm always in those classes for Joji and Victor, because they really help you see like what you need to look for and really help you understand what you're doing in this business. So I do pay $159 for Bookmine. It is my software to source as well. I do use Keepa as well with it, but it's my one that I go to first. Central Virginia Prep, again, $117, and then Amazon Mexico. I get those charges every now and then, which are really annoying, but for a subscription if I don't sell enough in those areas. And then comes my accounting stuff. I've, you know, like I just said before, is I'm QuickBooks certified now, and I've been really getting my my accounting on point this year, and that involves me spending some money on some tools. So A2X is a tool that takes my Amazon sales, my Amazon returns, my Amazon fees, everything from Amazon, and feeds it to QuickBooks. That way everything's up to date in my QuickBooks. And getting there with QuickBooks, and it's, you know, it's going good. So we'll update you on that, and I'll start doing some more QuickBooks tutorials later on once I've got everything lined up. But for now, this is what it is. I got $89 for this, which is a lot, and then QuickBooks is $65. Well, money well spent, to have confidence during tax season and stuff. Amex loan interest. I pulled out a loan this summer, and this is the interest that I pay every month to hold that money for now until I pay it back. Then another Colorado Secretary of State expense. This one was, you pretty much just have to verify your information with Colorado every year. So I have to pretty much say, yes, my address is correct, yes, my email is correct, yada yada yada, and then, you know, we're good to go. But for now, I'm probably not going to be doing this. Might be an Oklahoma one now, I don't know. Then a foreign transaction fee, because I really need to change my credit card. And then two more Mexico charges. So, yep, that's all of my expenses. It's high. I'm not gonna lie. I need to kind of take more control over it. I don't really need to pay for ChatGPT anymore. I needed to insert my Excel spreadsheets or my Google spreadsheets into it so that I could have some help doing the cell work and stuff. But the go-to lister won't be there. The everything else is going to be there. So it's still going to be high because of my prep center fees. And, you know, I'm okay with that though. The prep center fee is well worth the money. It just gives you time back. I don't have to package things up. Well, before, my whole Sunday, literally all day long, was about packaging. And, you know, it just wasn't worth the time and effort, to me at least. So hiring out somebody for, you know, I think it was like $2.25 per book is well worth the money to me. And, you know, if it's not, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. If you don't agree, if you like doing the packaging and stuff. I hated it. It was not fun for me. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And again, I'm bookkeeping certified now. So let me know if you want any bookkeeping services in the comments. I do have Facebook link down there too. So if you want to hit me or send me a message and discuss that would be awesome. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.